Hello, everybody, and welcome to another high school game of the week. I'm Mike Galarza for Channel 22 Sports here at Leuzinger High School. We have the Leuzinger Olympians hosting the Cougars from Hawthorne High School, all the way down Inglewood Boulevard, making that trip to Leuzinger High School. Batting is Tapia, number 24, and he's the center fielder. And that's a ground ball, first pitch taken by Van Hook. The shortstop throws the man out for the first out of the inning. So we have one pitch, one out here in the top of the first. And on the mound for Leuzinger is number 2, Parada. Franco, number 20. Check that, number 30 for the Cougars is up. Number 30 and second baseman for the Cougars. We have another ground ball to the shortstop, Van Hook. He scoops it up easy and makes the throw for the second out of the inning. So 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the first. Brings up Blanco, the shortstop for the Cougars. Blanco batting in the number 3 spot. Wind up and the pitch. It's taken low and outside for a ball. Oh, excuse me, he called that a strike. Ball low and outside that time. That kind of looked in the same location as the previous pitch, but hey, it's 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs here in the top of the first inning. Swung on and missed for a strike. Wind up on the pitch. In the dirt for a ball. We'll just wait until the end of the inning and take care of some of the technical difficulties we're having. Wind up and the pitch. Oh, just outside for a ball. We got a ball 4. So Blanco making the pitcher work as opposed to Tapia was first swinging at the first pitch. Brings up the cleanup hitter for the Cougars, and that's Flores, the catcher for today. Wearing Mike Piazza's number. I don't think that's any coincidence. Pitcher working out of a stretch. First pitch is high for a ball. On deck is Mijanes. Pitcher working out of a stretch, and the runner fakes going. Makes it high for ball two. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the first inning. Just getting started. The Cougars coming out here visiting the Leuzinger Olympians. Break in the weather, able to get a game in. There was a game scheduled earlier in the week for these two teams, but that game has been rescheduled for tomorrow. So what we thought, we scheduled the last regular season game of the season for both teams, and in fact, that's not the case. There's actually a game out tomorrow at Hawthorne High School on Friday. So those of you watching today at Thursday who are not watching, oh, and we have a ground ball up the middle, scooped up that time and taken care of by the shortstop. So Van Hook gets all 3 outs of the inning, and the shortstop makes his money. And we have a half an inning in with no score, no runs, no hits, no errors, and we're out. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're just getting started here at the bottom of the first inning. Van Hook opens up, taking the first pitch for a ball. Next pitch is in there for a strike. Van Hook getting all the action on defense in the top of the first inning, the shortstop. Next pitch is low for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike, no outs here in the bottom of the first inning. Leuzinger Olympians playing host to the Cougars in what is a Bay League rivalry, no matter what the sport. It could be tiddlywinks and you're going to get a crowd out here. Next pitch is taken, ground out. Second baseman makes the play. So, went up and down for the Leuzinger. Second baseman making a fine play that time. That's number 20 for the Cougars. That's Frank. Actually, that looked like number 20 is actually number 30. Picks up the next batter, and that's Aguilar. Aguilar, the left fielder, number 41 for. Ooh, and Aguilar takes high and inside for a ball. Ball 1. Oh, a nice hit into center field. Back goes the center fielder on his horse and makes the play on the run. A fine grab that time by the center fielder on a nice grab. Tapia on his horse trying to catch that, makes a fine play. But that ball was well hit by Aguilar. If he doesn't make that play, he's on second base with a stand-up double. Heads up defensive play on a well hit ball. Brings up the number 3 hitter, and that's another Aguilar. So we got, I don't know if they family. Does anybody know? Twins, hey. There you go. So the Aguilar brothers batting number 2 and number 3, the Twins.
Swing it, me. What?
Pitch is on the way, swung on and missed foul ball. That pitch is taken for a ball. Foul ball. So 2 balls, 2 strikes here in the bottom of the first inning, 2 outs. Swung on a miss. Strike 3. So that'll do it for the first inning. We have no hits, no runs, no errors in the bottom of the first inning with the score. The Leuzinger Olympians, nothing. Hawthorne Cougars, nothing. We'll be back with the top of the second inning after this short break. Okay, we're starting off now with the top of the second inning. And the batter now for Hawthorne is number 7, the number 5 hitter. Swung on a miss on a nice breaking ball that time, curveball. Swung on a miss for strike 2. So the pitcher, and how do you pronounce the pitcher's last name? Uyola. Uyoya. Uyola. Uyoa. Kind of like Oya. Ground to third. Oh, and it's off his chest. And we're going to be on with an error. So, standing on first base on an error is Mijares. Ball 1 to number 34, Barber. Barber, the first baseman for the Cougars. So, the Cougars getting something started, getting the leadoff batter of the inning on base, on an error. Wind up in the pitches, taking for a ball, ball 2. Two balls, no strikes, no outs here. Top of the second inning. Top of the second inning. Oh, and a nice off-speed pitch. Whoa, he's got it going on with that off-speed stuff. He's got more junk than a person's garage right now. Pitching out of a stretch, runner on in the dirt for ball 3. So we got 3 balls, 1 strike, no outs here in the top of the second inning. And the Cougars got a man on first base, opening things up with a ground ball to the third baseman. He couldn't handle it, so he's got an error. So we got 1 error now. Oh, and Leuzinger comes back. That looked like a strike, but the ump called it a ball 4. So 2 men up now. You got Barber standing on first base with a walk, and Mijares on second base, getting on an error. Brings up the 7th hitter. And that's Sang the left hitter, the left fielder. And Uoa, pitching out of a stretch, comes in with a stride. Nice curveball, breaking right over the plate. I mean, that pitch looks so fat, coming over the plate so slow. Reminds me of a Bugs Bunny cartoon. The batter had 3 swings in the same pitch. Whoa, out of a stretch. And it's a ground ball to the second baseman. He handles it for one to the second baseman. Van Hook, double play, makes the throw. Nice job by the Olympian infield to turn a double play. 4-6-3 double play. Brings out 2 outs. And it brings up the DH, Lambert. Lambert batting for the right fielder, Reyes. With a runner on third base and 2 outs here on the top of the second inning. Watching Sports Center this morning, they were talking about the baseball trying to redefine the strike zone, just try to speed things up so the pitchers don't throw so many pitches, trying to expand that strike zone so you don't have all these controversial calls. Strike one, 1-1 with 2 outs here in the top of the second inning. Trying to speed up the game of baseball and trying to expand the strike zone, making batters a little more accountable for swinging the bat. That time high and outside for ball 2. 2-1 here in the top of the second inning. The Cougars knocking on the door here with a runner on third base. The DH, Lambert, trying to do his job with the bat. Oh, when he swings, but a little late. Fouled off. Nice grab that time by Robert Medina, our cameraman. Stuck his hand out and caught the ball. And Robert tosses the ball to a fan. Always doing a good thing here in Channel 22. Public relations is one of our strong points. 2 outs here in the top of the second inning. Oh, off-speed pitch. Almost got him. Boy. He had his finger in the cookie jar, just didn't come away with a cookie. And the pitcher was halfway off the mound there, trying to convince himself of a strike. That time, though, taking for a ball. Next pitch is grounded in the gap for a run-scoring base hit. So charge that unearned run to the third baseman at Leuzinger's. Without that error, that run would not have scored. So Uoa has an unearned run here in the top of the second inning. 1-0, the Cougars lead. Oh, and a bunt, and that's gonna bounce foul for a strike. Espinosa, the number 9 hitter, and the pitcher for today's game. The pitcher getting a chance to bat here. Espinosa trying to sacrifice, or actually couldn't sacrifice with 2 outs. He was just trying to get on base with a bunt. Runner goes, 2 outs. The throw is in the dirt and into the outfield, but covered up nicely by the center fielder. So Parada, that time couldn't make a clean throw, and the runner advances, forcing the play to first base now. For those of you scoring at home, the runner's on a hit and second stole base. Espinosa now at the bat. And he hits a slow grounder to Van Hook, who makes a clean throw on the run, throws the runner out. So that's 3 outs here in the top of the second inning, but not before the Cougars get on board with 1 run on 1 hit and 1 error. We'll be back with the bottom of the second after this short break. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're back now here in the bottom of the second inning, and Parada, the catcher for the Olympians, stepping up in the box, ready to bat. Pitcher working out of a. We got a first call pitch for a strike. Pitcher working out of a windup. Parada, the catcher, batting right, throws right. First at bat, and he hits a grounder to the shortstop. Shortstop makes a nice grab and throws the runner out for one away. Brings up the pitcher, Uoa. Uoa, a sophomore, making a pitching debut for Channel 22. Hopefully you'll get to see a lot more of this youngster as he grows up. Uoa, look out, watch out. Oh, and it almost hits that black Mustang. So, these kids doing a lot of first pitch swinging. Let me tell you, for all you youngsters trying to learn the game. Next pitch is, oh, look out for that white truck out there. Oh, my. And I was saying, for all you youngsters learning how to play the game of baseball, you don't swing at the first pitch unless you are studying the pitcher. And you don't study the pitcher when you're coming up to bat for the very first time. You got to watch and see what his tendencies are, because a lot of pitchers open up to the batter the same way. Oh, and that ball is punched to the second baseman, but he makes the grab for the out. So it brings up the number 6 batter, number 69, Lopez. And like I said earlier, I think Lopez's number was number 6 or number 9. He's just so big that they had to put another number on there to fill the jersey up. Lopez, number 69. First pitch swinging. Oh, look out for that white Honda out there. So, Leuzinger, auto car insurance nightmare. Hitting foul balls everywhere. Takes high for a ball that time. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here in the top, the bottom of the second inning. Beautiful day here. Oh, and in the dirt that time. All the Gophers on the ground didn't like that pitch. That bounced off the dirt. 2 balls, 1 strike here in the bottom of the second inning. 1-0, the Cougars lead on an unearned run. And that's a nice shot. And the third baseman will not have a play. Oh, my. Although he recovered very nicely to make a throw. And he was assisted by Lopez, who has no speed. Lopez has 2 speeds, slow and slower. Lopez standing on first base, though. We're going to give him a single. That's a hit, just because that was a tough backhand play the third baseman had to make, and that was a shot. So that came off the bat pretty fast. Oh, and another hit, but that's taken by the second baseman, and he's picked it up cleanly to throw the runner out. So to end 2 innings, we've got 1-0 score here after 2 on the Leuzinger Olympians. 1 hit, but they wasted. No errors and no runs. We'll be back with the top of the 3rd inning after this short break. Okay, top of the 3rd inning here. The batter, Tapia, the leadoff hitter. Tapia, the center fielder, made a nice catch in the top of the 2nd inning on his horse, running to right center field. Made a nice grab in deep center field for the out. So Tapia hits a slow roller to the pitcher. Uoa makes the throw for the out. So Tapia, this time with the first out of the 3rd inning, brings up Franco. And Franco, first time up, grounded out to the shortstop. Franco also has a lot of assists on defense, the second baseman. Seen some action. Takes the first pitch high for a ball, ball one. Wind up and a pitch. Grounded over the pitcher to the second baseman. Second baseman picks it up clean. He has to rush. And a nice dig out that time by the first baseman. Garcia digs it out for the second out of the inning. Brings up Blanco. Blanco on with a walk his first time up. Blanco, the shortstop. And the pitcher, Uoa, steps off the mound, adjusts himself like a baseball player, steps back on the mound, ready to get it on. Uoa working out of a windup with no batters on. Throws a pitch in the dirt. You have to wonder, though, on a beautiful day like today, why there just isn't enough people in the stands. Next pitch is beautiful and in there for a strike. Top of the third inning, the Cougars at bat and with a 1-0 lead. Blanco swings fouled away. Got to tell you, there's a protective fence between us and the batter, and even though we all know it's there, when a shot is hit like that, you just naturally react like it's going to hit you. And this entire section ducked. So we got 2 balls, 2 strikes here with 2 outs at the top of the third inning. Uoa working out of a windup. Oh, high for ball 3. Blanco reacts like he wanted to swing at that. And I got to tell you, it's almost every natural reaction for a batter to swing at a high pitch, just because when they were children, they used to hit piñatas all the time. So it's a natural reaction to kind of hit high ones. Oh, and that ball was a dribbler, but the dribbler went foul. Full count here with 2 outs in the top of the third inning. Blanco at bat. Swung on and missed for strike 3. So Uoa's got that breaking ball, that junk ball, that washing machine pitch, got it going on, and he strikes out another. And we go out at 1, 2, 3, and we'll be back now with the bottom of the third inning after this short commercial break. All right, so I got carried away. Okay, people, back to live action, and we're on our way. Getting started here on the bottom of the third inning. Brings up Garcia. And Garcia, the second baseman. Oh, is hit by a pitch. A hit batter. Brings up White. White, the right fielder for the Olympians, number 45. In the dirt for ball 1. Actually, this scorecard is mispronounced. His name is actually Waits, not Whites. My apologies to Waits. We've seen Waits on the pitching mound. A superb effort against Santa Monica. And Waits takes it low for ball. So pitcher working out of a stretch. Taking low for a ball. Ball 3. So I'll bet my green slip, my pink slip, my mortgage, and my youngest and oldest child that he's going to take this pitch, and he does for a ball 4. So the Olympians got a little rally going on here in the bottom of the 3rd inning with the first 2 batters on base. So we got a base on balls. Waits, the number 9 hitter, standing on first base. And Garcia standing on second, the number 8 hitter. Brings up the number 1 hitter of the Leuzinger lineup. And that's Van Hook, who bunts terribly. You do not want to bunt in the air, especially with 2 runners on and no outs. So Van Hook gets away with a lucky one. Could have bunted into a double play, and everybody would have soundly done a homer. But it didn't happen. Waits, standing on first base. Garcia standing on second. Van Hook bringing his bat around like he's going to try to bunt again. 0-1 to the batter. Oh, and they're going to fake the throw to second base. That just does nothing but dirty the jersey of Garcia standing on second base. So Van Hook at bat now with no outs here in the 3rd inning. He swings away. So Van Hook has got a work cut up for him now as he's behind the pitcher rather, with no balls, 2 strikes, no outs here in the 3rd inning. Pitcher working out of a stretch. Oh, and Van Hook doesn't help his team at all with that at bat. Chases a bad pitch. And we got a runner on first and second. And brings up Aguilar. First pitch is taken for a ball by Aguilar. And that's hit foul off the mesh top. One ball, 1 strike to Aguilar with 1 out here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. The Cougars lead the score 1-0. Oh, and he hits it, but he pops it up to the second baseman. First baseman's in his area and makes the play for the second out of the inning. Brings up his brother Aguilar, who was out on a strikeout last time up. We got 2 outs in the inning and almost a balk. The pitcher reacted like he balked. I don't think Blue caught that, though. We got a runner on first, a runner on second, 2 outs in the inning. And the pitcher trying to get out cheap. Throws it to second base, and he's in there safe. Espinosa, the pitcher. At this point, he really shouldn't worry about his runners. He's got 2 outs, and he should concentrate on getting that 3rd out. Works out of a stretch and bounces the ball to the catcher for a called ball. Sellout crowd here at Leuzinger. Another throw, and once again the runner is in there safe with a head first slide. Aguilar. And that's a dribbler to third base, and he's gonna step on third for the force out. So 2 runners left on base. And we have, after 3 innings in the book, Leuzinger Olympians, no runs, no hits, no errors, and we'll be back with the top of the 4th inning after this short break. Okay, as you can see, we've got a beautiful day here. Sellout crowd capacity here at Leuzinger Olympian Stadium. We got the Cougars at bat here at the top of the 4th inning. Uoa working out of a windup. Oh my goodness, and he bounces that ball for call ball 1. Brings up the batter, number 31, Flores. Flores was out on ground out to the shortstop. His first time at bat, 0 for 1 today. Flores, the cleanup hitter, sitting in the box, batting right. Wind up and the pitch is taken high for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes, no outs here in the top of the 4th inning. A 1-0 lead. Nice pitch that time, called strike. So Uawa looks like he's got his off-speed pitch working better than his fastball today. Can't find a strike zone, can't place that heat to the liking of the ump thus far here in the 4th inning. Ground out, slow roller to Uoa, and once again makes the out himself on a 1-3 out to the pitcher. So Flores goes out silently and brings up Mijares, the third baseman. First pitch is taken high for a ball 1. Swung on and missed for a strike 2. So both teams this afternoon have 1 hit. The difference is one team has a run, the other team has an error, and that accounts for the differences thus far. Next pitch is taken low and away for a ball 1. Next pitch is in there for a strike. And we have a grounder to the shortstop. Van Hook charges it and makes the throw, and that'll do it for the second out of the inning. Brings up Barba. Barba on a walk last time up. Oh, and he chases an off-speed pitch way ahead of that ball for a called strike 1. Next pitch is taken low for ball. 1-1. 2 outs here in the top of the 4th inning. Wind up and a pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 3. So, the end of 3.5. Hawthorne leads on 1 run, 1 hit, no error. Leuzinger, no runs, 1 hit and 1 error. And we'll be back with the bottom of the 4th inning on a 1-0 score after this short break. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to open up the bottom of the fourth inning with the catcher, Parada, who was out on a ground out to the shortstop his first time up. A fast game this afternoon. We've got approximately 40 minutes into this game, and we're already halfway done. So we've got a beautiful day in the neighborhood. And at this point in time, we have a timeout on the field. The umpire wants to talk it over with some of the coaches to find out what's really going on. Talking to interim coach Romero, the Leuzinger varsity coach was relieved of his duties earlier in the week, a result of some unsportsmanlike behavior against Peninsula. We'd like to wish him well in his endeavors to working with the youth in the community. And Leuzinger, once again, not experiencing a very good year in baseball. Of course, that wasn't the case our first time out this season. When our first home game was against Santa Monica, they won that game very impressively, and they were showing new uniforms and a new look. Unfortunately, as the season went on, though, they experienced less fortunate circumstances throughout their season. So we got a break in the action, and while we're away, let me remind you, in case you missed it, the city of Lawndale participated in its annual Youth Day Parade, and that will make its debut on Friday, May 22nd. So those of you who are wondering, when's that Youth Day Parade going to come on Channel 22? Well, make sure you're watching us on Friday night at 7 o'clock when the Youth Day Parade makes its debut. Okay, back to live action, back to baseball. Parada starting things for Leuzinger, who trail by a run. Oh, that time ball's in the dirt. Bounced off the face mask of the catcher, and you got to ask yourself, is he seeing birdies or stars? All right, so we got one ball, no strikes, no outs here in the bottom of the fourth, and the pitch is high for ball two. So the batter's got 2 balls, no strikes, no outs. Next pitch is low and away for ball 3. So once again, I'm gonna bet my mortgage, my pink slip, my green card, and everything else I got that owns that he's going to take this pitch, and there he goes. Took it. He kind of scared me there with a half swing, but he took it nonetheless, and he's standing on first base with a walk. So the Olympians. No. Taking the pitch means he did not swing. Taking a pitch means he did not swing. For those of you who are contesting that, you need to go back to baseball school. Man at first base with no outs here. Oh, and a runner goes, and we got a running hit, and that's going to fall, but the runner stays at second base. He should be looking at a coach on third base, but instead he's looking at the ball. Ladies and gentlemen, I think he needs to go to baseball school too. What's really going on here when you should have had runners on the corners that time? But stopped running, and he should have been looking at he had a running hit, got a hit, he got the run. He should have been standing on third base, but we got no outs now. We got a timeout. Coach Hines for the Cougars on the mound talking to his pitcher, Espinosa, saying, you know, you got to settle down. But Leuzinger with a little rally of their own, with Uoa hitting a little dunker to short center field, just out of the reach of the second baseman. Oh, and they got him. Oh, no. Okay, now the ball got there before the runner, but the runner had a heads-up play and put his hand where the mitt wasn't. So that was a good call and a heads-up, head-first slide by the runner, who got there later than the ball did. That's a heads-up play. That's kind of like, you know, oh, the runner goes now, and he's, going to have to. Now he decides to slide into third base. Too late on that one as Lopez fouls it away for a strike. No balls, one strike here. No outs on the bottom of the fourth inning. And number 69, the batter for Leuzinger, Lopez, at the plate. Oh, and you got to watch out for that balk move. Espinosa. No, balk move is when you got to come to a complete stop. And there he's at his complete stop. Now he makes his move, and he's in there. So once again, the pitchers are more interested on the runners on base than at the batter at the plate, and can't hurt you. Lopez hits a slow grounder to the second baseman. 1 out and 2 outs. And once again, Lopez unable to beat the throw and hurts his team with a 6-4, 4-6-3 double play. For those of you scoring at home. "4-6-3" double play. Brings up the left-handed pinch hitter, Paradin. Oh, he tries a drag bunt. Paradin, you've seen many times on your Channel 22 sports channel. And that's hit. Heads up. This is going to fall a few feet from me. If I wanted to catch it, I could have. And it rolls under Bill Barnes' car for a souvenir. So Ron Paradin takes high for a ball. Perada standing on third base. That time taken high for a ball. 2-2 now with 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Oh, and swung on and missed. Strike 3. So Leuzinger has somebody knocking on the door, but they didn't answer. So at the end of 4 innings, Leuzinger, no runs on 2 hits. Wasted a man on base. No score for the Olympians as Hawthorne leads 1-0. We'll be back with the top of the 5th after this short break. Okay, top of the 5th action here as Hawthorne comes up to bat, leading Leuzinger 1-0. Sang, the left fielder's up to bat, and he's way ahead of the pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 1. Slow roll to the third base. And waits. Bobbles the ball and on another error. So this is how Leuzinger started off the top of the second inning with an error. That run accounts for the only run scored thus far in the afternoon. Once again, Leuzinger starts off with an error on the third baseman. Brings up the next batter, the DH for the Olympians, number 44, Lambert. Lambert with the only RBI of the afternoon. Takes the first pitch in the dirt for a ball. Runner on first base. Singh takes his lead. Pitcher Uoa working out of a stretch. The 0 pitch is taken for a ball, and the runner will advance to second base on a bad throw by the catcher. So Singh draws the throw from the catcher. Parada couldn't get it to Garcia cleanly, and the runner goes to second base as the ball rolled out into right field. So Lambert, with a runner on scoring position, looking to get his second hit of the afternoon and possibly even his second RBI. Lambert with the only hit for Hawthorne thus far this afternoon. Pitcher working out of a stretch. Ball taken low for a ball. 3 balls, no strikes here. No outs, runner on second base. The Cougars lead 1-0 here in the top of the 5th inning. Singh takes his lead at second. The pitch is on its way, and it's in there for a called strike. 3-1. Uoa working out of a stretch. The pitch is low and away for ball 4. So Hawthorne starts off the inning just like Leuzinger did previously, with its first 2 batters on first and second. Runners in scoring position. Brings up the pitcher for Hawthorne, Espinosa. Espinosa 0 for 1 this afternoon with a ground out to the shortstop. Uoa working out of a stretch. The pitch off the end of the bat for a foul. We got no balls, 1 strike, no outs here in the top of the 5th inning. Swung on and missed. Chased that time for strike 2. And I don't know if there was any coincidence or not, but there was a sudden breeze after that swing. One could imagine that that breeze was the result of that swing. So Espinosa that time swinging the bat like a pitcher. Oh, and he hits a line shot right to Van Hook, who can't handle it. The runner's being called home. The throw is too high off the backstop, and the runners advance 90 feet. So that time, number 12, Singh scores from second base on a ground air by Van Hook, who couldn't handle it in the dirt right in front of him. So now we have the runners advancing another 90 feet. The umpire allowed Hawthorne High School to score another run, and I'm thinking that's because the ball was lodged or thrown too high into the backstop. The ball was so wildly thrown back to home that they allowed another run to score. So wouldn't you know it? The Cougars lead now 3-0. Yeah, it's exactly what the umpire said. Swung on a miss for a strike one now to the batter. Tapia, who's 0 for 2 today. A ground out to the shortstop and a ground out back to the pitcher. Espinosa, the pitcher. 2-run. Still no outs here. And that ball's hit high and deep to right field. The right fielder under it makes the grab. The runner's gonna tag. They gotta throw into him at third base, and they called him safe. Oh my. The only thing you gotta say is that maybe the tag was too high up the leg. That tag coming high on the thigh. Maybe if the glove was able to get down a little lower, the umpire may have called him out. But you got to say that was the case. The tag was too high up the leg because the ball was there way before the runner. And, he was looking at the tag and not necessarily the foot hitting the bag. So everybody else can see that was an out. But, hey, they do the best they can out here. Runner on third base now with 1 out. Runner in scoring position.
I'm a man on that 3.
Oh, we have a bunt foul, and the runner was going home that time on the squeeze play. Wind up in the pitch is lifted high, and second baseman's under it for the second out of the inning. Garcia makes the grab. Brings up number 11, Franco. Excuse me, Blanco. Blanco follows Franco in the Hawthorne Cougar lineup. Runner still on third base. First pitch is high, but swung on and missed. Blanco was swinging for the fences that time. Next pitch is high again, but this time no swing. 1 ball, 1 strike here, 2 outs in the inning. Two runs have scored already here in the top of the 5th. Coming on again on airs. Errors are mistakes in baseball lingo. We have 3 balls and 1 strike now to the batter. Oya getting a lot of pitches in this inning. One of the very few half innings that have taken much time. Most of these innings have gone very quickly, but this time the Cougars taking advantage of the first 2 runners on base. Both of them scoring. We have a ground ball to Van Hook. He makes a nice grab, tries to make the throw to first base, got him on an all-star dig out and dive and throw by Van Hook to save another run. But not before the Cougars have scored 2 more runs on 1 hit. So after 4.5 innings, the Cougars lead 3-0. Leuzinger needs to regroup and come up to bat. And we'll have more baseball action after this short break. Okay, we're back to live action now. First pitch is taken for a ball one. Garcia's up to bat. Garcia, the only hit for Leuzinger thus far. Check that, he was hit by a pitch his first time at bat. On base, got as far as second base. Couldn't convert it to a run though, however. 3 balls, no strikes. This time I'll bet my paycheck that he's going to take this next pitch. There you go. Take it for a walk. So, we know the losing Olympians have that fundamental down. You don't swing on a 3-0 count. Brings up the next batter, Waits. Waits at bat. His first time out, got on a walk. Runner goes. Ball's taken for a strike. The throw is in there, and the runner is called out. Oh, no, they call him safe on a delayed call, so a stolen base that time by Garcia. And I think somebody told Garcia that I said he's got 2 speeds, slow and slower. Did I say that? Okay, Waits is at bat now with a runner on second base. First base open, so you got to think that maybe they're going to pitch around him to get the runner back. Get that. The next pitch is low for a ball. Waits batting right-handed in the box. The pitch is taken low for a ball. 3 balls, 1 strike. No outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. The pitch is called strike. Full count now to Waits. No out. Full count here in the bottom of the 5th inning. The pitch is swung on, fouled away. So Waits doing a good job at the plate, protecting the plate, swinging at anything close, making sure that pitcher doesn't get anything cheap on him. Runner on second base, taking his lead. Pitcher pitching out of a stretch, makes his throw to second, and the runner's in there, safe with a head first slide. Runner takes his lead again. Pitcher looking at. Oh, and a called strike 3. So Waits striking out for the first out in the inning, looking. Every time Leuzinger's got a runner in scoring position, they're able to convert that into a run. Van Hook now with some fine, stupendous plays on defense with the glove, trying to get something done with the bat here. Takes the first pitch low for ball. Two balls, no strikes to Van Hook. 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. A runner on second base on a leadoff walk. Pitcher working out of a stretch, steps off the pitching mound. Everybody regroups. Van Hook fouls it away, and look out, guys. It's coming your way. Oh! No harm, no foul. never seen girls move so quickly in a baseball field, though. I gotta tell you. So Van Hook 0 for 2 today with a ground out and a strikeout. Pitcher working out of a stretch. Runner at second takes his lead. Ball taken high for a ball. 3 balls and 1 strike. Van Hook looking in. Ball 4. So Van Hook takes the base. Runners in first and second now with 1 out. Brings up Aguilar. Aguilar 0 for 1. Aguilar has hit the ball in the air both times. His first at bat, though, was a beautiful line shot to center field. And he was robbed on that play by a fine grab by Tapia early in the first inning. And it looks like we're going to have a pitching change. So we'll be back with more baseball action as we go to a pitching change, and we have a few warm-up pitches. So we'll pay some bills and we'll be back. Okay, we're back now with live action. Hawthorne Cougars have gone through a pitching change, and the pitcher has gotten his regulation warm-up pitches. Pitch is taken for a ball. And Aguilar at bat 0 for 2 today. And it's 1 out in the inning. No 1 ball, no strikes. Next pitch is swung on and missed for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Wind up and a pitch. Oh, and it's hit into the gap. That's going to drop. Extra bases. Just a question of how many runs are going to score now. Van Hook is rounding third and on his way home. The ball is thrown into the plate. We got a play, and he's out safe. Oh, he's in there. Runner scores. And standing there on a double on a fielder's choice is Aguilar. The ball got there way before the runner did. The catcher made a fine job blocking the plate. Van Hook scored on a heads-up play, though, when he realized that the ball was dropped. Once he realized the ball was dropped, he grabbed the plate and was called safe. But that ball was rocked that time by Aguilar. Aguilar with a triple. And all of a sudden now it's a 3-2 game with a tying run 90 feet away. And a pitch batter now, number 22. Oh, and Preciado is the batter. And Preciado has got to be no taller than 5 feet, ladies and gentlemen, which makes the strike zone very small. And that pitch is taken high for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here. The third base coach is telling Preciado to stay low. That's high. The backstop, the runner's going to stay. 2 balls now and 1 strike. You talk about strategy. This is some strategy here. Preciado batting for Aguilar. Preciado's on base with a walk. So this is the 3rd walk of the inning, and the first 2 walks have come around and scored on a triple by Aguilar. Runners on the corners, and Parada at the bat takes a first pitch for a ball. The windup and the pitch is out. Oh, called strike, caught the corner. And this is Reina on the mound now for the Cougars. Reina having a tough time, giving up a couple of runs already and a walk. And that pitch is high for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here. Runners on the corners, a 3-2. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. One out. 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes now, and that's ball 3 outside. 1 out. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And all of a sudden, we've got back-to-back rallies. Preciado takes his lead at first. Oh, and it hit the batter. So Parada on base with a hit pitch. Bases are loaded now, and it brings up Uyola. Uyola got a single, his second last time at bat. He's 1 for 2 today. He popped up to the second baseman his first time up. Runners take their leads, bases loaded. First pitch is taken, called strike 1. Once again, there's 1 out in the inning. The runner take their leads. And that's hit deep into the gap. The runners are going to score. 1 run in. The ball hasn't even been picked up yet by the center fielder. Castellano comes in to score. We got a base clearing triple by the pitcher. The sophomore, Uyola, makes it happen. 3 more runs scored, and Leuzinger with a big 5-run inning here in the 5th. Boy, you talk about Cinco de Mayo. They got it going on here in the 5th inning. 5 runs scored, and Leuzinger, with 1 out in the inning, have the runner 90 feet away from scoring, and number 69, the first baseman, Lopez, at bat. Five runs have come in and scored thus far in the 5th inning for Leuzinger. There's no signs of them letting up. And Coach Hines, who changed pitchers in the middle of the inning, probably wish he didn't do that. But hindsight's always 20/20, as they say. Pitcher working out of a stretch now, and that pitch is low for a ball. And it's very evident that Reina, the pitcher for the Cougars, is having a hard time finding the strike zone. And when he does, Olympians are tagging at him. Swung on and missed. Boy, Lopez trying to get all of his big body behind that swing and did so, but missed it. 2 balls, 2 strikes here. 1 out. Off-speed pitch for a called strike 3. So Lopez sits down for the 2nd inning. The 2nd out in the inning, and it brings up Parroting, the 9th batter to come to bat. Parroting struck out his last time out to end the inning. Swings and misses this time for strike one. 2 outs now in the bottom of the 5th inning. And Leuzinger taking a 5-3 lead. Swung on and missed. Strike two. Paradine hungry. Being aggressive with that bat. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here on the bottom of the 5th. Pitcher working out of a stretch. A windup and a pitch is an off-speed pitch, high, called ball 1. So in case you missed it, Leuzinger with a big 5th inning. Swung on and missed, strike 3. But not before Leuzinger gets on the board and takes a 5-3 lead. So we'll be back with the 6th inning. I've got to sit here and count how many hits Leuzinger's got now. So we'll be back with the top of the 6th. Leuzinger leads 5-3. Okay, we're coming on to the top of the 6th inning now. And Hawthorne Cougars, number 31, the cleanup hitter, Florida's the catcher at bat, takes the first pitch in the dirt for ball 1. Uola, the pitcher for the Leuzinger Olympians, a sophomore, getting it done with the bat and doing a good job on the mound, limiting the Hawthorne Cougars to just 2 hits. The Cougars, however, have scored 3 runs, and all of those runs coming on unearned runs, coming on errors on the infield. We got 2 errors on the third baseman, and actually, or 2 different third basemen, and another error on Van Hook, the shortstop. And those 3 errors have accounted for the 3 runs that the Cougars have scored thus far. Meanwhile, Leuzinger getting it all done with big hits at big times with a triple, with 2 triples, 2 run-scoring triples. Next pitch is ball 4. So 4 pitches. Uola probably a little tired and also a little get that adrenaline going from running the bases and getting a big hit. Hasn't settled down yet on the mound. Walks the leadoff batter. Brings up number 7, Mijares. Mijares is 0 for 2 today. On an error and scored a run. First time up. And grounded out to the shortstop on a fine play by Van Hook to get him out. First pitch is taken for a strike. Once again, in case you're scoring at home, the Cougars, 3 runs on 2 hits and no errors. Oh, and that hit is going to dunk. It's going to fall right in front of the center fielder for a base hit. So Mijares with a single advances the runner to second. Runners in first and second with no outs. And once again, the Cougars now have the leading run, the go-ahead run at home plate, the tying run at first base. And brings up number 34, the first baseman, Barba, who's walked and struck out today. He's 0 for 1. Swung on and missed. Uola now on the mound. No outs in the inning, trying to make up for a rough start. Working out of a stretch. Runners take their leads. Swung on and missed, and he's got that off-speed curveball or whatever it is. He's got it working and has had it working. I think it's a strong pitch for the afternoon. As I said, he's throwing more junk at these guys than Sanford and Son. Oh, and in the dirt that time, and the runner's going to try to advance. Oh, and Peralta couldn't get it out of the glove quick enough. He made a good recovery to the ball, but once he got to the ball, he couldn't get it in his palm fast enough to throw it to third base. So the runners advance on a pass ball now. Runners now on second and third with no outs and first base open. interesting bit of strategy here. You wonder now if they're going to pitch around the batter and give him first base. Pitcher out of a windup now. Throws that pitch in the dirt for a ball. Two balls, two strikes, no outs here in the top of the sixth inning. A 5-3 lead. The team in blue, the home team, the Olympians lead. Oh, and that's a ground ball to Waits. He steps on, he's got a play at the plate, and he throws it to the catcher, and we got a pickle, and we got a ground out, and one out in the inning. Fine play that time by Waits, the third baseman, to pick up the ball cleanly and make the throw. So we have one out now on a fielder's choice by Waits. Brings up the next batter for the Cougars, number 12, Singh. Oh, that just almost broke. The crowd wanted a strike, but the ump wasn't having it. No, one ball, no strikes, one out here. Pitcher out of a windup, and that's fouled away. Once again, that off-speed pitch. Boy. Uola. He's got that off-speed pitch working for him. One ball, one strike here. One out. Top of the sixth inning. Next pitch is, whoa, that looked good, but the umpire made no move, so it's 2 balls and 1 strike. Once again, as I mentioned earlier, baseball league's trying to redefine the strike zone in the hopes to make the batters a little more accountable for pitches that are anywhere close. Oh, that's fouled away for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. I'd like to remind y'all that in case you missed it, we'll be replaying this game once again on Sunday. And since it's our final broadcast, it'll air again on Thursday. Wind up and the pitch, Uola. And that ball's hit deep. And I mean very deep, and that's still going, and it's over the head of the left fielder. 1 run scores, another run is rounding home plate, and Stan, we may have a play at third base, and he's in there with a triple. So Singh with a big triple, a big hit to tie the score at 5-5. Two runs scored on that play to tie the score 5-5. And now we've got a conference on the mound here as Leuzinger's trying to regroup. No pitching change. Uola stays on the mound. Brings up the DH, Lambert. Lambert has a hit and an RBI today. Scored 2 on that particular play and also has a walk. So he's officially 1 for 1. Uola working out of a windup, and the pitch is in the dirt for a ball. So we started the inning with a walk. Then we had a hit, fielder's choice, as the runners advanced to pass ball. And after the fielder's choice, we had runners in second and third, and we got Singh hitting a triple that scored 2 on a big clutch hit here in the top of the 6th inning to tie the score at 5-5. So we have one out in the inning. Oh, and the runner's going to come around. He had, for the second time this afternoon, a called squeeze play, and both times the squeeze play was null and void because the batter couldn't lay the butt down. Things like that would have made Walter Alston angry. Fundamental baseball, aggressive baseball, that time called by Coach Hines at Hawthorne. And you gotta love it. Wola with another off-speed pitch, and this time the DH Lambert was able to get just enough of it to stay in the box. Runners coming again, and they got him. So a double play that time on a strikeout, and the runner was caught trying to steal home. So aggressive base running was the Cougars' demise, but not before they were able to tie the game on a big triple to score 2 runs. So we'll be back now with the bottom of the 6th with the score after 5 1/2. The Cougars 5, the Olympians 5. Okay, now we're coming to the bottom of the 6th inning. Leuzinger had a 2-run lead for a half an inning. Number 18, Garcia, who started things off with a walk last inning, is up to bat again to lead off the inning. He walked and scored a run. Came all the way in on a triple by Aguilar. And he starts things off with a called strike. He was hit by a pitch also, so he's seen first base 2 times already, and this is his 3rd at-bat. Yes, they do. This is baseball, and if it's tied after regulation, we go into extra innings. That pitch is taken for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. To the batter. No outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Standing room only. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. The 2-2 pitch is in the dirt for a called ball 3. Full count now to Garcia. Garcia, the second baseman. High for ball 4. So the senior sees first base for the 3rd time this afternoon, doing a good job and bringing up Waits. Waits struck out his last time up. Got on a walk, so he's 0 for 1. Takes the first pitch high for a ball. Hit by a pitch and struck out. The hit by a pitch doesn't count for an at-bat if you're scoring at home. Half swing, called strike. So the umpire, having all the power, if he gets mad, he can dog you. And he got mad, so he dogged the batter. Called an extra strike on Waits for stepping out of the batter's box. It's kind of like the teacher sending you to the principal's office. 1 ball and 2 strikes now. One ball, 2 strikes. Run around first base, no outs, bottom of the 6th. High for ball 2. 3 balls and 2 strikes. 3 balls and 2 strikes now. No outs. Oh, and it hit him. So now the Leuzinger Olympians with a little rally of their own. The bottom of the 6th inning brings up Van Hook. Van Hook getting it done with the glove as well as the bat. He walked his last time up and scored a run. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out today, but getting it done with the glove. Takes the first pitch high for a ball, and they want to talk to Reina. Reina's going to get a little confidence on the mound. And we're going to take a little break here, as I think we may have a pitching change. It looks like we will. So we'll be back with more action after this short timeout. Okay, we're back after a pitching change, and we got Gonzalez. We got Gonzalez on the mound now for Hawthorne. That ball's called strike, not the outside corner. I am talking in my microphone. Yes, I am. Van Hook at bat. And that's fouled away. One ball, 2 strikes now, and we got runners on first and second. No out. Van Hook, the batter for Leuzinger. Gonzalez on a pitching change here on the mound for the Cougars. The pitch is strike 3, swung on and missed. So Van Hook, with his second strikeout of the afternoon, sits down with 1 out now. And it brings up Aguilar, who was in a similar situation his last time at bat and came up big with a triple. Aguilar now in the batter's box. First pitch is a called strike. Gonzalez throwing a lot of strikes. He's not as fast. Doesn't come with as much heat as the previous pitcher, Reina. But he's getting the job done, putting the ball over the plate. The umpire giving him the outside corner. Wind up and the pitch. Oh, and it's hit. A line shot into right field. And that's going to advance the runners. The runners being called home. We're going to have a play at the plate, and he's in there with a hit for slide. So once again, Aguilar getting the ball, getting the job done with the stick, baby. Bringing in number 18, Garcia, with an aggressive base running. So Garcia once again scoring his second time across the plate. Brings up the next batter, Preciado. Preciado, I got to get the height of Preciado. Preciado's got to be. First pitch is called a strike. Runners on first and second now. Aguilar on first, swung on and missed by Preciado. Wade standing on second base after getting on by being hit by a pitch. Preciado at bat now. Preciado's second at bat. His first time up, he walked and scored a run. Pitcher Gonzalez working out of a stretch. High for a ball. Shorter you are, the shorter the strike zone. Gonzalez having to get the ball down. 1 out in the inning. And Leuzinger taking the lead away. 6-5 now. Preciado chases the pitch and strikes out. Brings up Parada. Parada, last time up, was hit by a pitch and also scored. He walked and grounded out to the shortstop. So let's see, that would make him 0 for 1 with a run scored. Walter Parada, the catcher for Leuzinger. Also, you've seen him play some football, I believe. Walter, a senior. I believe he was a linebacker on defense. If memory serves me correctly. Leuzinger with 2 outs in the inning, 2 runners on, and 2 out. Next pitch is taken for a strike. So the umpire liking that outside corner. Pitcher working out of a stretch. Pitcher working out of a stretch. Swung on and missed to end the inning. So, Leuzinger strands 2, leaves 2 on a hit, but not before they're able to score a run. So on 6 runs, 5 hits and an error, Leuzinger leads the score 6-5. We'll be back now with the bottom of the 6th inning after this short break. Okay, we're up now. Top of the 7th inning, I misspoke. I was under the impression. I misspoke. It happens to the best of us. And we're at the top of the 7th inning. In case you're keeping score, Leuzinger leading 6-5. And the batter now for that. Let's see, that's number 14, and he opens up with a line shot, but that's grabbed out of the air by the center fielder. Aguilar with a nice play. Fine camera work there by Mike Galarza. Oh, excuse me, that was Paradin, the center fielder, with the fine grab. Thank you. I'm assisted now by Bill Barnes in the truck, making sure all my mistakes are caught, just like that fine line shot that was hit to center field. Brings up our next batter for the Cougars, number 14, Espinosa. Oh, excuse me, check that. That's Tapia, number 24. Tapia, last time up, hit a sacrifice to advance the runner and grounded out his last 2 times up, so he's 0 for 2 today. And Uola going the full 7 innings.
Go, Francisco.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but 2 more outs and that will end the game. Leuzinger's able to shut the Cougars out. So Uola doing a fine job. And he's got to be, him and Aguilar both got to be the players of the day for Leuzinger Olympians. Uola getting it done on the mound and with the bat with a hit, big triple. As Aguilar getting the job done twice with 2 clutch hits, 2 separate innings. So Uola trying to get the job done, but Tapia is not going away easy. Next pitch is called ball 4, so Tapia gets a walk. And now we have the tying score at first base and the go-ahead score. And we have a pinch hitter now, number 13, Cisneros. Cisneros now coming to bat for the first time this afternoon. Ola working out of the stretch. And we have a line shot to center field. Perrin makes the catch, though, however, for the second out of the inning. So Cisneros, first pitch swinging, hits a line shot to the center fielder who makes the second out of the inning. So the center fielder, who's pretty much had a quiet afternoon, right away gets 2 balls hit to him late in the game, and both times have made a fine play to grab the out. Brings up our next batter, Blanco. I believe the batter is number 11. Blanco walked, struck out, and grounded out to the shortstop. That time the pitch is inside for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the 7th inning. Leuzinger leads 6-5. Game 1 of a 2-game series. The season finale next week. And that's hit in the gap, and that's going to drop. Perrin picks it up on a hop, and the runner's going to go to third. We got to play. Oh, and he missed the cutoff. So the runners advance. Perrin trying to get the job done by himself instead of hitting Van Hook. And Van Hook, in defense to Perrin, should have ran out there and got the cutoff, but he didn't. So now we have runners in scoring position. The go-ahead runners on second base, the tying runner standing on third with the clean-up hitter, number 31, Flores, at bat. And if you're wondering what he's done thus far today, he hasn't got a hit. He's 0 for 2 with a ground out to the shortstop, hit a slow growler to the pitcher, and walked. So 2 outs in the inning now. At the top of the 7th inning, 2 runners on. The tying run 90 feet away, standing on third base. And Uola, the sophomore, Uola, Uyola, Uyoa, being assisted here by some fine young gentlemen here at Leuzinger. First pitch is called strike. Hey, man, when you're in trouble, go to your best pitch, and that's exactly what he's done. He's working that off-speed pitch, and that's been on the money all day. So, hey, go for what you know. Uyola with the pitch in the dirt, and that's going to go unabated that time by the runners. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs here in the top of the 7th inning. The cleanup hitter at bat. Oh, and that's a called strike. Fastball. Nice pitch that time to mix things up. So now the batter facing a 1-2 count with 2 outs here. And Leuzinger trying to end the game. Hawthorne trying to take the lead, and that's fouled away. I'd like to remind you, people, that this game was made possible by the fine people of Lawndale Cable Usage Corporation and Lawndale Cable Commission, bringing you quality cable television to your community. The 1-2 pitch. Called strike 3 to end the game. And Leuzinger showing some well-deserved emotion coming from behind 2 times to take the lead and eventually win the game. And they get a standing ovation from those people in support of this team. So, a fine effort by both teams. Once again, this is game 1 of a 2-game series. The season finale is tomorrow, Friday afternoon here at Leuzinger Stadium. For those of you getting a chance to come out and support your youth in the community. At the end of the game, Hawthorne scores 5 runs on 3 hits and no errors. Leuzinger 6 runs on 5 hits and 3 errors. I want to thank everybody for watching. On behalf of Tom and Bill in the truck, cameras, Ali, Jose, Robert Medina, and Sam, I'm Mike Galarza. Thank you for watching, and until next time, y'all take care and good night.